The rain poured like the sky itself was crying. A young woman, her clothes soaked and her hands trembling, stood outside a tall glass building with a child's drawing pressed against her chest. Inside that building, on the top floor, a man watched her through the storm, his heart beating faster for a reason he didn't yet understand. Greater than, you saved me once, his voice would say hours later, breaking through years of silence and pain, now it's my turn to protect you. And that's how the story of two broken souls finding home again began. Cloud with Rain Chapter 1, The Woman Who Saved Him Once. Aisha Khan was exhausted, not just from the cold or the endless job rejections, but from life itself. Every day felt like pushing against an invisible wall. Once, she dreamed of being an architect, now she cleaned offices just to survive. Her day started before dawn and ended past midnight, but she never complained. Her mother's medical bills weren't going to pay themselves. That evening, as the rain started to fall, Aisha hurried through the streets of Karachi, clutching her umbrella that had already given up halfway. Outside the towering Next Corp Industries, she noticed a luxury car swerving wildly before crashing into a street lamp. Without thinking, she ran. Inside, a man in his 30s was barely conscious, blood dripping down his temple, his breathing shallow. "Sir, can you hear me? Stay with me," she cried, breaking open the jammed door and pulling him out into the rain. He looked at her, dazed, confused, his lips trembling as he whispered. "Greater than, why would you help a stranger?" Aisha smiled faintly, even as her hands shook. "Greater than, because no one helped me when I needed it." Minutes later, the ambulance came. She disappeared before anyone could ask her name. That man, Ryan Malik, CEO of Next Corp, would remember those words for years. Sparkles 2 years later. Ryan Malik was now a different man. Once known for arrogance and coldness, now he carried quiet eyes and a limp from that accident. He had also become a single father. His wife, Zara, had passed away from cancer, leaving him with their 5-year-old daughter, Amara. He had everything money could buy, except peace. One rainy morning, his secretary walked in and said, "Sir, the cleaning staff is here for the new wing." Ryan barely looked up until a soft voice said, "Good morning, sir." The mop slipped from his hands when he looked at her, the same eyes, the same face that had pulled him from death. Aisha froze too. Recognition hit them both like lightning. "Greater than, it's you," Ryan whispered. "Greater than, I didn't know you worked here," she stammered. Their worlds collided in that single second, the billionaire and the janitor. Heartbreak, fate's cruel joke. Aisha tried to avoid him after that, but Ryan couldn't. He found excuses to talk, to thank her again, to repay the kindness that had once saved his life. But Aisha refused every offer. "Greater than, you don't owe me anything, sir. You lived, that's enough." Yet Ryan noticed things others didn't. The way her hands were raw from cleaning chemicals. The way she skipped lunch just to save a few rupees. And one day, he saw her being harassed by a senior staff member in the parking lot. Ryan's anger exploded. "Greater than, touch her again," he said, his voice sharp as thunder, "and you'll never work in this city again." That was the day he realized, he wasn't just grateful to her. He cared. Deeply. Sun Chapter 2, Now It's My Turn to Protect You. The next weeks were quiet but full of undercurrents. Ryan began offering Aisha safer work, in his personal office, though she hesitated. Rumors spread quickly, the CEO's new favorite. Aisha endured it silently, until one afternoon she broke down after hearing a cruel remark. She locked herself in the restroom, tears flowing freely. Ryan found her there. He didn't say a word, just handed her his handkerchief. "Greater than, I know what it feels like," he said quietly, "to lose everything and pretend you're fine." That's when Aisha's walls finally broke. She told him everything, about her sick mother, her debt, her lost dreams. Ryan listened, then said the words that changed everything. "Greater than, you saved me once, Aisha. Now it's my turn to protect you." And he meant it. He cleared her debts secretly. He got her mother the best medical care. And when Aisha found out, she was furious. "Greater than, why would you do this? Do you think pity is love?" Ryan stepped closer, his voice trembling with emotion. "Greater than, no. I did it because I can't stand watching someone so strong carry pain alone. You taught me to live again. Now let me give you the same chance. Heart healing together. As weeks turned into months, Aisha began working directly under Ryan, helping design NextCorp's new community center, a project aimed at supporting single parents and underprivileged families. Through long nights and laughter with little Amara, something gentle began to bloom between them, something neither dared name yet. Ryan's daughter adored Aisha. Greater than, "Papa, when can Miss Aisha come live with us?" she once asked innocently. Ryan smiled, eyes glistening. "Maybe someday." Sunrise. The final scene. Months later, at the grand opening of the new community center, Aisha stood beside Ryan and Amara. She had just been announced as the head architect of the project, a role she earned with her talent, not his influence. As the crowd applauded, Ryan leaned in and whispered, "Greater than, you saved me once when I had no reason to live. Now, you've given my daughter a mother and me a heart again." Aisha's eyes filled with tears. "Greater than, you didn't have to protect me, Ryan. Greater than, I didn't," he smiled softly. "I wanted to." The story faded out as Amara ran between them, her small hands pulling theirs together, 3 hearts, finally.